She's planning her week out, you know, just the stuff that I do every day pretty much.
You don't need no space, just follow me. Like a mirror you reflect me, like a Friday night on the weekend. I feel blessed.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. If you're new, I film hygiene, fragrance, and lifestyle related videos. So if that's something you're into, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So in today's video, I have some super feminine spring layering combinations for you guys. And the reason that I feel like these are super feminine is because they just remind me of a soft, pretty woman, or a woman that is bold and sexy and bossy and just knows what she wants out of life. So if you want to see these layering combinations that literally exude feminine energy, just keep watching. So I'm going to start out with these two combinations because these are similar, but they are on opposite sides of the spectrum. They give off different vibes while giving off the same vibe at the same time. So you'll see what I mean in just a second. Anything that I don't have the notes for, I'll go ahead and just put it up on the screen, because instead of me trying to remember the notes or write them all down, I'll just put them up there. So first off, we're going to start out with champagne sprinkles, and I also use the shower gel with this combination. The bar soap that I used for my base clean was just the pink Dove bar soap. So in these combinations, since I did wear these throughout the last week, I either used the pink Dove bar soap for the base clean, or I use the Caress Shea Butter bar soap. So just keep that in mind when I show you these different ones. But with champagne sprinkles, this is one that came out last year during the summer semi-annual sale, and I really fell in love with this one. As you can see, I have used up a nice little amount of it, so I do have a dent in this. This is actually my second body cream I've went through. I went through one a few weeks ago, and I really didn't want to bring this out because I wanted to keep this for the other spray that I have, but at this point I needed a spray, or I needed a body cream, so I went ahead and brought this out. So the fragrance notes for this are sparkling champagne, raspberry icing, and rainbow sprinkles. This is the epitome of a sweet raspberry icing. Very playful, very pretty, just, you know, not thinking too hard. You just want to smell sweet and you just want to smell good. So I chose to pair this one with the Cupcake Swirl from Body Fantasies. This can be found in Walmart. I actually used my smaller one. I just chose this one because I like the bigger packaging, but I did use a small one, so that's why this one looks like it doesn't have any dents in it, because it does not. But when you pair these two together, because you have this Cupcake Swirl, this has a confetti cake pop vibe. This honestly reminds me very much of confetti cake pop. So if you have the lotion to confetti cake pop and you are not able to get the spray, I would highly recommend you go to give this a try for yourself, because this does have a nice vanilla cake scent, but it also has like a little tinge of a little spice in there to really bring it up a notch. So with Cupcake Swirl, I will say I do not like the initial spray for some reason, but on the dry down it does give me that nice cupcake. So when I put these two together, it's like I have a cupcake with a nice raspberry buttercream, and I really enjoy that. So this one is like a raspberry champagne icing, so very light and fluffy. This is definitely a very airy type of cake, and that is why I really like this combination. Perfect, another brunch combination that you could definitely do. Perfect for a nice spring day if you are still a girl that loves the gourmands and you're not ready to give them up. I would definitely suggest something like this, something on the light and fruity side, and just add a little cake to it, and that definitely can deepen it a little bit, but the fruitiness definitely, you know, brings it light enough so it's easy to wear during the spring. So on the flip side of that, this is a sex version of that I just showed you, and I wanted to show you both of them because you can literally mix and match all these if you would like to, but one I feel like is a more playful one and one is a more sexy one. So for the darker version of what I just showed you, we have Confetti Cake Pop and Into the Night, and I did tell you guys about this combination in one of my recent videos. This is something I have fell in love with. Both of these sprays are in my project Use It Up, so pairing them together was literally one of the best combinations I have ever came up with. And to be honest with you, I really like this one, but I love this one. So this one can be a daytime scent, and this can be considered a nighttime scent, but of course I wear whatever I want at any time. So with this combination, this is my little travel size Into the Night body cream. It is almost gone. It is like really down here, and I did use my lotion up. So if I were to run out of Into the Night, I would just use my Victoria's Secret Tease Candy Noir, because this really reminds me of Into the Night. So I would definitely do that to get that nice raspberry cake, but this one to me is a dense cake. The other combination is a light and airy one, but this is a thick, dense cake. This is something you need to eat a lighter dinner for before you eat this cake, because this cake is thick. The icing is thick. It's buttercream. It is not easy to go through. It is pink, and the cake is like a dark cake. So this is a cake that I feel has, you know, the finest French vanilla, but the raspberries are very deep and juicy, and it has raspberry chunks in the icing, and is garnished with just the prettiest garnishes. That is what this gives me, honestly, and I just wanted to set the scene because I love this combination so much. So let me move on, because I will sit here and talk about this combination all day. So with this next one, I chose to use my Sweet Crush from Body Fantasies, and she really does not get a lot of love, but every time I wear her, I really like her. Just like 1,000 Wishes, which is what I chose to pair with this. So this has notes of vanilla in it. It also has some floral notes as well. And then this has the amaretto cream, and it has, I can't remember right now what else 1,000 Wishes has in it, but this really reminds me of 1,000 Wishes. It's just a little sweeter. So that is why I chose to pair these two together, because this is a very nice, easy, pretty fragrance combination to use for the spring. And for the lotion, since this does have vanilla in it, I chose to use my Eos Vanilla Cashmere lotion, because this does have notes of caramel as well in it, as well as the vanilla. So I feel like it just really brought everything together, and it just gave me like a creamy, sweet, you know, just floral scent for the spring. And I feel like this is very nice, especially if you are a person that likes sweetness and you're trying to wear something nice in the daytime that has like a little bit of flowers to it too. You can buy this at Walmart. And then I just chose to use the perfume instead of the body spray, but you still can use the body spray, and you can mix it up any way that you like to. But these really go nicely together because they are very similar, but they do have subtle differences to them. Like this one still could, both of these can stand on their own, because this one is, even though this is a $3 body spray, this one is very nice, and it does have a nice longevity. I did keep smelling myself for a while when I had on this combination. Next, this combination was something that I chose just for a nice chill day, and this is also like a nice spring rainy day combination because it's very cozy. And today is a rainy day, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm actually wearing today, because this is one of the fragrance combinations that I will wear on a nice rainy spring day. So I chose Coconut Milk and Rose. This is one of the best scents I feel like Victoria's Secret has come out with, and this is in their aromatherapy or their natural line. I'm not sure which one it is, but as you can see, I have put a dent in this, and I got this a couple months ago. I love this so much. I'm almost finished with the lotion. The lotion is literally down to here. I love it so much. So this has notes of literally coconut milk and rose. So it says feel calm with the scent of coconut milk and rose, botanical inspiration from true tranquility. So this is one I feel like you need to try, even if you don't like coconut or rose. For some reason, this just gives me almost a sherbet vibe. Like, I do not know how they did it. I don't know what else is in this, but it literally gives me a creamy sherbet, like a little sweet. I really don't get much coconut at all, to be honest. And the rose is not one of those heavy flower roses at all. I mean, this is very light and pretty. This is very easy to throw on, and it still gives you a cozy vibe. But since, you know, it's raining, I wanted to add a little bit more coziness to it. So I did choose to pair that with the Rose Chocolat from La Gourmand Beauty. So this is one that I found in Marshall's. Hopefully you guys look up on it if you have not by now. But this is like a milk chocolate rose. This is like chocolate shavings and rose petals. That is honestly how I feel about this perfume when I smell it. And to put those two together, it was just very magnificent. And the reason why I feel that way is because the rose in both of these is not too strong. It's really like a pretty pink rose petals Like this makes me think of pink rose petals. This makes me think of red rose petals only because of the chocolate. But I feel like you can have a nice mixture, and it just putting the chocolate and the coconut and the rose together just gave it a nice like creamy, cozy, warm feeling. It really warmed the day up, and this was a light combination, but it was very easy. So this is another one that I feel like this is a girl, she's journaling by her window, she's reading her little scriptures for the day, she's planning her week out, you know, just the stuff that I do every day pretty much. But I just really feel like this was just a very nice combination, and if you have these, please give them a try and let me know what you think. So since we are on the topic of rainy days, I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I'm wearing today. So I chose to have Bare Vanilla, which is also one of my favorite Victoria's Secret scents. As you can see, I've put a nice dent in this ever since I bought it, ever since I've, you know, started using it. I have no idea why I passed this up for so long, but this is amazing. So this has notes of whipped vanilla and soft cashmere. This is one of my favorite, you know, scents, like I said, and you know, I pretty much like a lot of the Bare Vanilla flankers as well. So since this lotion is pretty thin, I decided to mix this with my Eos Vanilla Cashmere. So we still have that, you know, vanilla cashmere vibe going on, but we're just adding a little extra oomph and a little extra moisture to it, as well as a little caramel as well. I decided to add some fruit to this. So I chose the Cheirosa 40, and this has notes of black, amber, and vanilla. So this is what, also plum. So this is what I chose to pair this with today. So this actually did lighten it up. It made it, you know, a little bit less spicy. It still had that vanilla aspect. It still had that fruity aspect to it, which is what I really feel like makes it like a spring scent. And this is just so good. I'm just gonna spritz myself again since this is what I'm wearing today. But putting these two together, I promise, if you feel like this is too heavy, if you feel like this is too much of a fall scent, add some fruit to it and I swear you can lighten it up, because since this is a nice vanilla scent, you can really mix and match this with a lot of different things. This gives you more of a sexy spring vibe. This gives you more of something that's gonna last you a little bit longer throughout the day, but still give you that nice freshness that you need with the fruit, with the plum. But the amber also helps to give this more sweetness, because to be honest, this is really sweet to me, but this adds a little bit more sweetness, like a little bit more sugary sweet than Bare Vanilla would have on its own, because this is more of like a vanilla extract type of vanilla. So that's what I'm wearing today. This next combo was something that I really just wanted to try out, and it ended up working out for me. Oh, and with that Bare Vanilla, I did use my Bonfire Bash shower gel along with that, you know, Caress bar soap. And for the other two, I just used like the matching Into the Night shower gel for that other combination. So this one was a very nice spring scent, I feel. So I did start out with my Honey Wildflower, and the shower gel that I used was the pink honey shower gel, and of course I used my little bar soap for the base clean. But this is like, to me, a perfect spring scent. They did bring this out for the fall. I do feel like this can be a late August scent, as I've said before, but this really does give me spring vibes. I really like it. To me, the honey really stands out. So this has notes of crisp pear, fresh wildflowers, and sweet honey. This is one of the few florals that I do really enjoy. This is just like a nice sweet honey floral. It's like the bees are going to the flower to get the pollen out, and they're gonna go pollinate the flowers, and they're gonna go to their honeycombs. Like, that's what this really gives me the vibes of. And then I chose to pair this with a perfume I was sent from the brand Horizon. So this does have notes of Tahitian vanilla, as well as, I believe it's black sugarcane. So this one is a very interesting fragrance, and I really do like it. So this did add a little bit of sweetness as well as perfuminess to this combination. So this one, I was told by a few of you guys that you can't find this in Walmart, but this is very good to me. I really enjoy this one because it's not like any of the vanillas that I have in my collection. It almost gives me like a bright vanilla vibe. It's sweet. It gives me a little brightness to it. And it definitely gives me either a summertime night or a spring day type of vibe. It's really hard to describe, but I feel like this is another one that can be used year round. So here's what this looks like once again, in case you did not see it. and it just has that pretty little picture on the back of it. But I really do enjoy this, and it's affordable. This is another long-lasting combination. I feel like the honey and the Tahitian vanilla, I mean, they just really gave me that nice, like, it was like a perfume version of a milk and honey fragrance, which I really enjoyed. And then last but not least, this is one of the new scents from Victoria's Secret. So this is Petal High. And for some reason, my brain just gives me orangeness just because of the packaging when I see this. There's no orange notes in there, I don't believe, but it just gives me oranges. I don't know. So I naturally, since I just seen orange, I wanted to pair this with some like orange type of scents, but it did work out because of the fruitiness of the fragrance. So this one, like the elderberry in this is not a heavy one like in 1,000 Christmas Wishes. This is a sweet, like lighter version because it's the nectar, which is pretty much like the essence of the elderberry instead of the actual berry. So this has marshmallow flower and elderberry. So this is like a pretty nice light and airy fragrance. So I did choose to pair that with the lotion. Of course, I used some type of oil with this because it's not very moisturizing, but I did use it for layering purposes. And I wanted to add some more to that fragrance just to make it a little more, you know, three-dimensional rather than just having those nice pretty, you know, light floral and berry notes to it. So I did choose to pair that with this Marshmallow Cloud because I wanted to play up on the Marshmallow Flower. So this one is like a toasty but fluffy sweet marshmallow. It's not too toasty to where I feel like it's a fall fragrance, but it is, you know, not completely just a light powdery marshmallow. It's like a lightly toasted marshmallow. So if you see this on Amazon, which I do have this in my Amazon store, this is the Marshmallow Cloud from Perfect Scents, but I believe this is still from the In Style fragrance line. So you can also find this in CVS as well for $1 less than you can find it on Amazon if you don't want to shop in my Amazon store, or you can just search this up. But I really do enjoy this. Like, I have used this so much, I really cannot get enough of this. I have used this a lot. Now, I will say this is not like a super sweet, sugary marshmallow. This is more of a creamy, toasted marshmallow. It's not like something that you would think of when you think of like a sugar rush or anything like that. It's a very calming marshmallow, like a marshmallow foam almost, but a little bit thicker, like a heavy cream marshmallow. Hopefully I'm describing that well enough. But I also chose to add, and this is a lot I know for some people, but I really wanted to play up the different notes that I had in these fragrances. So this one, I chose to use the Gourmand Orange Blossom from Dossier. So yeah, I do no longer have a code. I don't know if it works or not. I mean, you can try it. I really don't know, but I am not working with Dossier anymore. I did go ahead and part ways with Dossier, but I still do like these perfumes. So this does have notes of praline, vanilla, tonka bean, black currant, orange blossom. Like, it just has a lot of different notes, but I love this so much. This is supposed to be the dupe for the Chanel Gabrielle, I believe, and for some people this may be a little too mature, so just keep that in mind. Even though it does say Gourmand Orange Blossom, don't be fooled by that. This is a strong fragrance, but that is why I decided to put all these together, because they all do add something. And that Marshmallow Cloud does help to tone this down a little bit, because this does give me like strong perfume vibes. But I love this so much. I can't even think of what this reminds me of, but it reminds me of some perfume that I've smelled before. But it has a little bit of powderiness. It has that orange blossom, but it does dry down to that nice warm vanilla. And I really, really enjoy this. And you can still smell this hours and hours later. So that was my last feminine combination that I have for you guys. And like I said, of course, these can go for anybody's vibe, but this is just what I thought of when I was thinking of, you know, like a boss lady or a nice, you know, pretty girl on her way to the coffee shop or taking a walk. Just lots of different women during the spring is what I thought of when I made these combinations up. So I have worn all these on my body. I've been trying them out over the past week, so they're nothing that I just pulled out of the air and just put together. So If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.